Long ago in the past, on a single night, the sky suddenly lit up with a strange light as a gigantic meteorite containing an immensely powerful and mysterious force fell to Earth. Scientists from all over the world gathered to study this strange treasure, believing that hidden within the meteorite was a new type of energy, a power capable of changing the future of humanity. Soon after, another meteorite fell, this one filled with dark energy, and it brought with it countless bizarre and violent creatures. These beings were called D2 monsters. They destroyed everything in their path, slaughtered humans, burned cities, and rapidly pushed humanity to the brink of collapse. When all hope seemed lost, a group of special individuals appeared, later known as conductors. These people were able to use the power of the first meteorite to fight the D2 through music. With this power, they defeated the D2 and saved humanity from extinction. In the present, a woman tells this story to her daughter, who does not know what music is because music has been publicly banned since that catastrophic day. A boy tells his mother that he was exploring the marketplace, and while wandering through its center, he discovered a large, shiny piano that no one was using. He did not know what the instrument was or how to play it, but he decided to touch the keys. At that moment, a young man named Takt appeared and pressed the keys as well, surprising the boy. Takt explained that the instrument was called a piano, and without hesitation, he sat down and began to play. The music rang out clear and captivating, and the sound quickly spread, causing everyone in the busy market to stop and listen. As the crowd enjoyed the music, it attracted something unwanted. AD2, moving at terrifying speed, rushed toward the city center. When it arrived, the monster lunged straight at Takt, but at the critical moment, a girl appeared and delivered a powerful kick directly into the creature's mouth, sending it flying. Takt's right arm suddenly vanished, and the girl's outfit transformed into red as she easily fought the D2. From a rooftop, Takt used his baton to point out the D2's weakness while synchronizing his movements with the girl through music. Following the rhythm, the girl delivered a decisive blow and defeated the monster. After the battle, Takt's right arm returned, and he collapsed to the ground with a smile as the girl reverted to her normal form. She immediately criticized Takt for being too weak, claiming he was not strong enough to accompany her on their long journey to New York. As they began arguing, a crowd gathered around them. A car soon stopped nearby, and a girl named Anna stepped out. She scolded both of them for causing a disturbance, and ordered them into the car. The girl forcibly threw Takt inside while Anna repeatedly apologized to the surrounding people. Later, Anna sternly warned Takt not to act on his own again, reminding him that the journey to New York was long and full of dangers, and that recklessness would prevent them from ever reaching their destination. Takt paid little attention, tapping rhythms on the window while dreamily thinking about music. It had been a long time since he had touched a piano, and he felt that if he could not play music, he could not endure it. For Takt, music was his breath and his life, while the girl, whom Anna called Cosette, cared only about eating enough to fight. In the afternoon, the group stopped at a small roadside cafe to ask for directions. There, they heard that D2 had nested in the town ahead, and Anna anxiously discussed alternative routes with the cafe owner. Meanwhile, Takt noticed a music player in the corner and approached it, intending to try it, but was immediately warned that using music would attract D2. Having regained her energy, Cosette eagerly suggested joining Takt to eliminate the monsters and create a shortcut to New York. Takt agreed, partly because he wanted to fight. Despite Anna's attempts to stop them, Cosette transformed and rushed straight through the wall toward where the D2 were hiding, with Anna following after her. Takt linked his vision with Cosette, but a sudden explosion occurred, causing him to lose consciousness. Anna later found Cosette collapsed as well, having fainted due to her link with Takt. The next morning, when they woke up, Anna stated that their priority was to reach New York to treat Cosette, while Takt focused only on music and Cosette remained eager to fight monsters. Anna explained that the last time Cosette encountered a D2 nest in a remote industrial facility, the monsters were controlled by a hidden force. Cosette had been forced to self-destruct to eliminate them, only to be ambushed by another D2. After hearing this, Takt devised a bold plan to use music to lure the D2 out. That afternoon, Cosette returned to town carrying a piano. At night, Takt played the upright piano, drawing the D2 out as monsters began emerging. Takt summoned Destiny, and a titanic battle followed. Destiny transformed her weapon into a shotgun, shooting down smaller monsters one by one as Takt created the battle rhythm. From behind, a powerful D2 boss appeared, revealed to be a black stone D2 attracted by Black Knight Siderites. Its body allowed unlimited regeneration. Recognizing its weakness, Cosette transformed her weapon into a sword and attacked, thrusting it into the D2's chest while Takt supported her. In the end, the D2 was destroyed, and both Takt and Cosette returned to their original states. Afterward, everyone enjoyed Takt's music. The next morning, the three continued their journey. Anna reminded them that they must act together and not behave impulsively from then on. Takt simply hoped that next time he would be able to play on a larger piano, while Cosette showed no concern at all, being far more fascinated by the donut with the hole in the middle that she was happily eating than by the battle they had just survived. In a flashback to the past, the young Takt lost his father during a D2 attack. After this horrific national tragedy, as Takt and others attended his father's funeral, a man addressed the nation in an attempt to ease people's fears. He spoke passionately about the power of music in destroying the D2, declaring that humanity could not allow beautiful music, which nourishes the soul, to be taken away by the monsters. He claimed that music itself would become the power to destroy them. Sometime later, Takt spent years tirelessly mastering the piano in his soundproof garage. One day, Cosette suddenly burst in to clean up, and upon seeing the state of the room after just 1 week, she could not help but complain about Takt's untidiness. She began helping to clean despite Takt not wanting her to, as he saw her as a nuisance. While vacuuming, she deliberately vacuumed Takt as well, making him furious, and the two ended up arguing intensely. Anna then walked in and told them to stop, after which the three sat down to eat together. After that incident, Takt continued living with Anna and Cosette, who both worried about his well-being and health. Cosette constantly complained that Takt spent all day sitting in the garage playing piano, never going out to make friends or earn money, while also living in filth and neglecting to bathe. Takt argued that going out was pointless and that his room was not dirty enough to require bathing. Anna intervened and revealed that she and Cosette might have to go to Tokyo, questioning how Takt would survive without them. In response, Takt coldly stated that he would stay behind to protect his music before standing up and leaving. On a heavily rainy day, while Takt was deeply engrossed in practicing the piano and imagining himself performing on stage as the audience applauded enthusiastically, Cosette entered to inform him about an upcoming Sinfonica performance, which would be a great opportunity for him to perform publicly. Takt refused, saying he was unsure whether he could truly move people's hearts. Understanding his concern, Cosette expressed her love for his piano playing and believed that others were eagerly waiting to hear him as well, before leaving with the flyer. Later, when Takt was away from the piano, he heard music coming from his room and rushed back, only to discover that Cosette also knew how to play the piano, though she only knew part of the piece. He helped her finish the music, after which Cosette again asked him to perform at the Sinfonica event, but he still refused. Anna then explained that Cosette had learned to play the piano from her mother when she was young and occasionally sneaked in to play while Takt was bathing. Later, Takt asked Anna what kind of person Cosette truly was. Anna answered honestly, describing her sister as the epitome of excellence, beautiful, cute, warm, and caring toward others. However, in Takt's eyes, Cosette was merely a nuisance who secretly played his piano, leaving Anna able to do nothing more than sigh helplessly and ask whether Takt would still want to continue playing if no one listened to his music anymore. 2 weeks before the events of the first episode, the long-awaited day arrived, and Takt was shocked to find that his piano had gone missing. It was revealed that the two sisters had already moved it to the stage. Cosette addressed the gathered crowd, and after waiting for some time, both sisters grew increasingly worried as Takt still had not appeared. Trusting that he would come, Cosette decided to begin playing on her own. Eventually, Takt arrived, sat down on the bench, and played an extremely joyful piece that left everyone below in awe of his talent. Cosette then joined him, and the two performed a four-hands rendition of a popular uptempo piece, delighting the audience. After finishing, they stood on stage to greet the cheering crowd, only for the town to suddenly be attacked by D2, which fired bright beams that destroyed everything. As chaos erupted, Takt and Cosette collapsed. Takt's right arm was severely damaged, and he saw that Cosette was fatally injured on top of him. He desperately tried to wake her, as she barely opened her eyes to say that she truly loved his piano playing before losing consciousness again. Overcome with grief, Takt cried out for her, unable to hold back his tears. At that moment, the stone on Unmi's chest began to glow, lifting her into the air as thousands of thorny vines shot out and wrapped around Takt's injured arm. He then saw a fiery girl crawl up his body and bite directly into his arm, causing it to vanish instantly. The fiery girl merged with Cosette, reincarnating her as Destiny, now wearing a beautiful red dress. Takt's eyes began to glow in response as Destiny handed him a golden conductor's baton and acknowledged him as her master, urging him to command her to eliminate the D2 surrounding them. Chaos spreads throughout the city as D2 rampage through the streets, destroying everything in their path. Takt and Destiny fight together, managing to eliminate a large number of D2, but they are soon pushed to their limits and become exhausted. As more D2 arrive and completely surround them, both Takt and Destiny collapse. At that critical moment, a strange man and a girl appear on a motorcycle, effortlessly destroying the monsters and rescuing them. Later, Takt dreams of playing the piano while seeing Cosette walking away from him. He suddenly wakes up to find his right arm restored, though strange marks remain on his shoulder. When he goes to the garage to practice, he realizes that Cosette has changed completely, and now calls herself Destiny. As Takt struggles to recall the bizarre events of the previous day, Destiny explains that she was born into this world as the Fifth Symphony and exists as a performer under his command, which is why she refers to him as her conductor. Still confused, Takt is interrupted when Anna asks him to eat. He notices an abundance of food and assumes Anna prepared a feast, only to learn it was made by Lenny, the man who saved him earlier and who will explain Destiny's condition. Lenny introduces himself as a fellow conductor working for Symphonica, while the orange-haired girl accompanying him introduces herself as Titan. During the meal, Lenny recounts how D2 first appeared on the night the black meteorite fell to Earth and how humanity learned to fight them using music. He explains that musicarts are created through special processes in laboratories and, together with their conductors, can defeat the D2. He also mentions that despite the Sargon Declaration nearly 4 years ago claiming the war had ended and D2 had disappeared, people were still unable to freely enjoy music. Destiny complains that she has barely begun existing yet already feels as if she has lost her purpose. Lenny further explains that Destiny awakened through an unnatural process and has no memories of her former life as Cosette, while Titan admits that she retained memories from her previous life. Hearing this, Anna breaks down in tears, realizing that her sister, as she knew her, is gone. Lenny explains that because Destiny did not undergo the normal musicart creation process, she is in an unstable condition. To address this, Anna suggests taking Takt and Destiny to the Symphonica headquarters in New York for treatment, where her older sister Latte is studying. While Destiny and Titan go out for cake and tea, Anna, Takt, and Lenny discuss plans to reach New York. They determine they must avoid the Central States, which have become a dead zone filled with D2 poison, and instead choose an alternative route. Anna expresses her desire to see her sister but laments that cut phone lines prevent her from contacting her family. Fortunately, Lenny explains that Symphonica has a dedicated communication line, allowing her to call them. He also offers to accompany them for part of the journey while teaching Takt how to be a conductor. Suddenly, Takt's arms disappear again, and Destiny, who was eating cake, transforms and runs off. Titan detects nearby D2, and Takt rushes after Destiny despite Anna's worry, which Lenny calmly reassures. Takt finds Destiny fighting the D2 alone, but each time she uses her powers, Takt suffers intense pain and quickly grows exhausted. Lenny and Titan arrive to assist, but as more D2 appear, Destiny attacks again, further weakening Takt. Lenny realizes that Destiny's uncontrolled power usage may be draining Takt's life force, so he takes over as conductor and commands Titan to charge forward. Titan annihilates the D2 herd with incredible speed, leaving only one survivor. That remaining D2 flees, prompting Destiny and Takt to chase it, only to realize it is heading straight toward their home where Anna is waiting. Under Takt's command, Destiny fires and creates a massive explosion that destroys both the monster and the house. After the battle, Anna, Takt, and Destiny set off for New York via Las Vegas, accompanied by Lenny and Titan. During the drive, Takt constantly moves his hands as if playing an invisible piano, fascinating Destiny. Born from music, she is naturally drawn to it, and even becomes eager to hear him play. 10 days after Destiny's appearance, the group arrives in Las Vegas. In a desert area, Takt and Destiny struggle while fighting a D2, having difficulty defeating even a single one as Takt quickly becomes exhausted. Lenny steps in and commands Titan to eliminate the monster efficiently. It becomes clear that Lenny is trying to teach Takt and Destiny how to harmonize so they can fight D2 more effectively. Destiny is impressed and asks Titan to teach her as well, but she is unable to fully understand Titan's explanation. Lenny explains to Takt that, as a conductor, he must guide Destiny through his music and teaches him about the feeling of harmony between them. Later, while the group is resting, a truck stops nearby and the driver reveals himself to be Jonathan, a friend of Lenny and Titan. Jonathan explains that he is working and living on a nearby farm in Las Vegas. He takes them to the farm, where Lenny and Titan reunite with Maggie and are surprised to learn that she and Jonathan have become a loving couple. While they are there, the farm owner, Lang, arrives and mistakenly refers to Lenny, Takt, and the others as his children. Lang invites them to stay for a meal, but Lenny declines, saying they already have plans with Jonathan's family. During the meal, everyone is surprised to learn that all the dishes are made from the farm's own produce. It is also surprising how quickly everything has recovered after the D2 attacks. Maggie and Jonathan ask whether Lenny truly has children, and he clarifies that they are his students. They explain that Lenny previously helped eliminate monsters in the area, after which they moved there to help rebuild. With Symphonica's support, D2 no longer appear, production has increased, and cultivated land continues to expand. Peace, hard-won after the devastation caused by D2, has motivated everyone to reclaim what they lost. Later that night, Takt steps outside to look at the night sky and meets Lenny, who reflects on music and its role in bringing happiness to people and helping the world move forward. He also sees it as Symphonica's mission to protect this fragile peace. Takt remains uninterested, feeling that people still cannot truly enjoy music, and returns to his room. Lenny then calls Titan, saying they have business to attend to. Together, they meet with Lang, and Lenny places a large pile of cash on the table. Lang, an experienced man, immediately understands Lenny's intentions. Meanwhile, after finishing a shower, Anna and Destiny come out. Destiny suddenly detects vibrations beneath the floor and immediately rushes out through the farmhouse wall to investigate. Takt and Anna follow her through a restricted area until they reach a building where they see people enjoying themselves inside. Destiny breaks in by knocking aside a guard. Inside, they discover a fully operational casino, secretly running without the knowledge of the local farmers. Lenny is already there with Lang and reveals that Lang built the casino using village grant money and has been operating it illegally. Guards soon report the intruders. While hiding, Destiny continues sensing vibrations and is discovered by the guards. She ignores them and continues forward as more guards surround the area, threatening those involved. Destiny immediately senses the presence of D2, and cracks appear in the ground as D2 monsters emerge, flying into the casino and causing chaos. Lenny treats the situation as a lesson and instructs Takt and Destiny on how to defeat the D2 efficiently, likening the battle to a musical performance. Following his guidance, they defeat the monsters one by one while conserving their energy. During the chaos, Lang attempts to escape with the profits from both the casino and the farm but is stopped by Titan. The next morning, Jonathan and Maggie give the group a bag of corn, the region's main agricultural product. Lenny speaks privately, revealing that he knows about Takt's father. After this, the group separates, with Takt, Anna, and Destiny continuing their journey toward New York, while Lenny and Titan depart to report Lang's corruption to Symphonica. A train is preparing to depart, and Commander Felix Schindler of the New York Symphonica learns of the emergence of Takt and Destiny. His men suggest reporting this to the head commander, but Schindler decides to investigate the unknown conductor and musicart himself. On the road to New Orleans, Anna is fixing her car and asks Takt to help, but it becomes clear he is only good at music, as Destiny bluntly points out. As they argue, Destiny senses the appearance of a D2 and immediately transforms, rushing toward the monster. The D2 tries to escape, but Destiny defeats it, unknowingly ending up on a railway track. A train approaches just in time before it hits her. Anna and Takt arrive, and Takt notices the train belongs to Symphonica. Another musicart emerges and points her sword at Destiny. Anna tries to calm the situation, and Schindler steps out, immediately recognizing Takt and Destiny. After learning they are heading toward Houston, Schindler invites them aboard the train, as he is also traveling there, though Takt remains wary of his intentions. Schindler is transporting Black Knight Siderites to a Symphonica facility in Houston, accompanied by his musicart, Hell, and another musicart. He shows strong interest in Destiny, saying he has met many conductors and musicarts but never anyone like them, especially a musicart like Destiny, who behaves like a robot and is obsessed with sweets. He questions Takt about how he obtained such a weapon, making Anna uncomfortable with how he refers to Destiny. Schindler explains that, in his view, musicarts are weapons meant to defeat D2. He continues questioning, but Takt shows no interest, so Schindler orders the other musicart to escort them to another compartment and instructs them not to leave without permission. Destiny soon senses D2's and activates her powers, crashing straight out of the moving train. Monsters fly toward the train as Takt and Destiny fight them, with the other musicarts joining in. During the battle, Destiny's final shot destroys the track ahead, forcing the train to stop. A repair team later arrives and says repairs will take half a day. The other musicart scolds Takt for delaying the journey and warns him not to cause further trouble. After she leaves, Hell appears and whispers to Takt, revealing that the other musicart has no conductor and teasing him with ways to win her over, though Takt is uninterested. Hell finds both Takt and Destiny intriguing and briefly examines Destiny's eyes before turning away. Meanwhile, Anna explains their situation to Schindler. After hearing her story, Schindler praises Anna for fulfilling her duty by watching over Takt and Destiny. Hours later, the sky changes as a large number of D2s appear. The other musicart is confused by their numbers, as the Dark Knight Siderites are supposedly sealed. Takt and Destiny engage the monsters, with the other musicarts joining, but despite defeating many, the D2s keep coming and everyone grows exhausted. Schindler observes and explains that conductorless musicarts consume energy rapidly. With the situation worsening, Takt comes up with a plan and guides Destiny to shoot the mountaintop while the other musicart protects him. The mountain collapses, wiping out the monsters. The other musicart is impressed by Takt's quick thinking but immediately drops him to the ground, scolding him for being reckless. Though annoyed, she still thanks him and introduces herself as Valkyrie, becoming flustered when Takt praises her. A massive D2 then appears, but everyone is exhausted. Hell steps forward to fight, and Schindler allows it. She easily defeats the monster on her own. Finally, the train reaches Houston. After Valkyrie submits her report, Schindler dismisses her, stating their destination has changed, and he no longer needs her. Schindler and Hell then approach Takt and offer him a position as Schindler's subordinate, promising him a better future. Takt firmly refuses, leaving Schindler furious. A few days later, as Anna, Takt, and Destiny continue traveling, they reach an area that is unusually quiet compared to others. Since Destiny cannot detect any D2, it means the area is a safe zone. Anna decides to restock their supplies. Takt seems unhappy, so Destiny jokingly says she can call monsters if he wants, which Takt immediately refuses. Destiny appears to be developing better communication skills as she teases Takt. The trio then arrives in New Orleans and finds the town occupied mostly by elderly people. Anna and Destiny go into a small store to buy supplies while Takt waits in the car. At the shop, after learning they are heading to New York, the shop owner packs their goods, but when he tries to lift the crate, his bones crack and he is unable to lift it. Just then his phone rings, Anna answers it, and decides to help him. Anna and Destiny deliver the goods to the customer, who is happy to see young people in the town. They wait outside while the women go inside to get sweets for them. Suddenly, the rotten wooden floor gives way and Anna's foot breaks through it. Anna decides to help fix it, and Destiny also wants to try, but she uses too much strength and breaks the wood even more. After fixing the floor, they help other neighbors as well. Meanwhile, Takt recalls two women who once saved him from AD2 when his father died. He wanders through the town and notices a man, follows him, and ends up entering a bar filled with elderly men enjoying music. Takt is surprised to hear music and discovers his father Kenji's music stored there. The people speak fondly of his father, and say they loved his music, despite the tragedy closely connected to music lovers. Takt knows his father caused many problems by forcing people to secretly listen to music. The bartender reveals that Kenji once came to perform in this town and that, like Kenji, they believe music brings people together. The bartender appears to be a huge fan of Kenji. Everyone is shocked when Takt reveals he is Kenji's son. The owner takes him to a soundproof basement where there is a piano. While Anna and Destiny are on their way back, an old woman suddenly grabs Anna's hand, calling her Maria, her daughter. Anna tries to explain, but the woman does not listen and takes them inside. She treats Anna like her own daughter Maria and prepares food for her, ignoring Anna's attempts to explain the truth. Eventually, the woman's husband arrives, and Anna explains the situation to him. Meanwhile, back at the bar, Takt prepares to perform. The bartender introduces him to a customer who reveals he once played with Kenji when he came to New Orleans. Takt sits down at the piano and begins playing, captivating everyone with his music. At Anna's location, the woman's husband explains that Maria passed away long ago, but still lives vividly in her mother's mind. During this time, Destiny chats with the woman, talking about her conductor Takt, who is only good at music, and Anna, who can do anything. Anna and Destiny leave after the woman falls asleep. As they head back, Destiny senses Takt and finds him playing the piano in the bar. After his performance, everyone praises him, and Jay comes forward to shake Takt's hand, saying he is glad the Asahina music lineage is in good hands. Afterward, the trio continues their journey to New York, while conductor Sagan learns through Schindler that Takt, the son of the rooster, is alive and has become a conductor. After continuing their journey, they come across cities devastated by D2, left completely in ruins. Anna recalls what happened to their home. Meanwhile, at the New York headquarters, Schindler refuses to deploy conductors to a certain area. He believes that poor people gathering in large numbers are nothing more than garbage dumps. He claims he has a greater responsibility to make the world better. Just then, Sagan contacts Schindler. Schindler is shocked when Sagan forbids him from interfering with Takt and tells him that Takt is a special person who will be needed in the future for a greater purpose. This angers Schindler. As Takt and the others head toward their next destination, they are stopped by a police officer who informs them that a D2 attack has occurred and that the people in the area are evacuating. Destiny says she will take care of it and calls Takt for help, but he still seems distracted and lost in his thoughts. The three arrive in one of the southern cities being evacuated due to heavy D2 activity. They stay at a hotel, where Takt keeps tapping the table repeatedly, ignoring everything around him, which annoys Anna. Destiny approaches him and suddenly knocks him out by hitting his neck. When Anna questions him later, Takt confesses that he has been composing his own music in his mind. Anna later gives him a melodica, which he uses to help write his composition onto music sheets. Takt stays up all night but still cannot complete the song. While writing enthusiastically, his arm suddenly disappears. Realizing Destiny has transformed, Takt rushes outside and finds her preparing to deal with AD2. He asks why she did not call him. Destiny replies that she knew he was busy, so she handled it alone. Takt is even more surprised when she says she still has other appointments to take care of. Later, while Takt goes for a walk, he spots Destiny and follows her out of curiosity. He sees Destiny helping and bonding with the town's refugees, which shocks him. Anna also appears and explains that their journey and the people they have met have made Destiny more human. She also reveals that it was Destiny who obtained the melodica for him, as she wanted to support his love for music. Later at a diner, Takt tries to thank Destiny, but Destiny instead asks why Anna has stopped calling her Cosette, and why Takt rarely calls her Destiny. She asks about Cosette and reveals that she now understands she is inhabiting Cosette's body. She asks Takt what Cosette meant to him and Anna. Takt recalls Cosette but asks Destiny to stop questioning him. Soon after, police weapons are deployed against AD2. Destiny and Takt arrive just in time and deliver a fatal blow, eliminating the monster. They rush off to search for more D2, and although Takt is clearly exhausted, he tells Destiny to go ahead. They investigate a nearby forest and encounter Schindler and Hell. Hell demonstrates her ability to attract and awaken D2 using a tuning fork that emits a sound the monsters are drawn to. Schindler reveals that he has been using Hell's power to wipe out the poorest settlements, which he considers a burden on limited resources. He declares himself a hero, believing he is creating a nation where only the gifted will survive. He then admits that he first used Hell's power on Takt's hometown, the very attack in which Cosette was killed. Enraged, Takt swears to kill Schindler. Takt recklessly attacks Schindler, surprising him with his sudden and aggressive moves, but Hell quickly intervenes and sends Takt flying away. Destiny urges him to retreat, but Takt refuses to back down and continues fighting, only to be severely wounded by Hell. Alarmed, Destiny quickly carries Takt into the forest to escape. Hell does not pursue them. Back in town, Anna grows worried and wants to enter the forest, but the police stop her. Just then, Lenny and Titan arrive to help. Destiny and Takt hide inside a cave, where Destiny carefully bandages Takt's wounds. As he weakly opens his eyes, he mistakes Destiny for Cosette. She gently holds his hand and speaks softly to comfort him. At Schindler's office, Hell informs him that Lenny and Titan have also arrived, but Schindler feels victorious after his clash with Takt. He becomes irritated when Hell hums a tune and orders her to stop. It is revealed that despite being associated with conductors, Schindler dislikes music. To him, music is useless and gives people false hope. He believes the world can only be fixed by removing unnecessary things and that he will be praised as a hero for doing so. Takt wakes up and asks Destiny why she retreated instead of continuing the fight. Destiny admits she does not fully understand herself, but when she saw him lying on the ground, she felt afraid they would be separated and that she would never hear his music again, causing her body to move on its own. Takt confesses that he does not know if he will ever be able to finish his music because the person he wanted to hear it is already gone. Destiny asks if he is talking about Cosette. Takt then explains how he met Cosette, Anna's younger sister, who often came to his house to take care of him. At that time, he found everything annoying and, after losing his father, shut himself off and focused only on playing the piano. Cosette supported him, brought light into his life, and helped connect him to others. Now, he believes everything is gone. Destiny encourages him to continue and expresses her wish to freely listen to his music someday. In town, Lenny tells Anna that the D2S were deliberately summoned and that they are tracking Schindler, who is targeting Takt and Destiny. Anna wants to go with them, but Lenny tells her he will handle it. The next morning, Destiny realizes that Takt is growing weaker because her existence is draining his life force, so she decides to face Hell alone. Without relying on her musicart powers, Destiny confronts Hell by herself. Later, Takt wakes up, leaves the cave, and hears the sounds of fighting. He rushes toward the commotion and finds Destiny being overpowered and beaten by Hell, who demands that she call for Takt. Destiny refuses. At that moment, Takt appears, delighting Schindler. However, Takt completely ignores Schindler and instead starts arguing with Destiny, which only angers Schindler further. He orders Hell to kill Takt, but Lenny and Titan arrive just in time to save them. Lenny tells Takt to prepare himself while he buys time. Takt and Destiny speak briefly, and Takt asks if she is also someone who wants to hear his music. This time, he calls her by her name, Destiny. She is surprised but happy and says she loves his music. Finally ready to fight together, Takt empowers Destiny through his conducting, allowing her to battle Hell on equal footing. The longer they fight, the stronger and more energetic Destiny becomes. In the end, they unleash their strongest attack, with Destiny firing a massive laser-like blast as large as the hill before them. Schindler is shocked by her power, but Hell still wishes to continue fighting until Heaven, Sagan's musicart, arrives. Heaven announces that Sagan has relieved Schindler of his position for disobeying orders. Schindler is stunned and claims he was the best conductor in Symphonica, but Heaven reveals that Schindler was never truly a conductor to begin with. Hell follows Heaven and abandons Schindler, leaving him humiliated and stripped of his authority. Heaven warns Lenny not to speak of this incident, and then leaves with Hell. Takt and Destiny return to Anna, who finally calls Destiny by her name. As they reunite, Takt realizes that his right arm has begun to weaken even further. After talking to someone on the phone, Lenny seems worried, but Titan tells him that she will protect him forever. Takt, Destiny, and Anna finally arrive in the heavily populated New York City. As the city is Symphonica's headquarters, it has been spared from the influence of D2S, although it is still unsafe to play music. They reunite with the rest of Anna's family, and Anna's older sister, Charlotte. After some brief chatting, Charlotte tells them that she has already made preparations to tune Destiny as requested. Destiny asks Charlotte to make it so she no longer drains Takt's life force, and Takt makes the same request. Charlotte then takes them to Symphonica headquarters, where her laboratory is located. Before the examination, Destiny advises Takt to let Charlotte check the abnormal signs on his right arm. Anna anxiously rushes over and pulls up his sleeve, revealing deep red marks like blood that have spread up to his neck. Charlotte then takes them into the lab for examination, while Anna waits outside. During the examination, Destiny asks Charlotte where Cosette exists within her, but Charlotte does not answer. Afterward, Charlotte concludes that with current technology, she cannot nullify their contract and that their symbiotic condition is irreversible. Using their powers drains both of their life forces simultaneously. The only way for them to live longer would be to stop fighting altogether. The next day, Anna and Destiny visit Takt's room, where he stayed up all night composing music but still failed to complete it. Anna and Destiny tell him to get ready, reminding him that he promised to treat them. Takt refuses, but they drag him out anyway. They eat various delicious foods, go shopping for different items with Takt carrying everything, and finally visit an aquarium before heading home. Anna and Charlotte make an excuse to leave Takt and Destiny alone so they can spend some time together. While walking, Takt and Destiny notice a group of young people gathering and learn that they are commemorating a late musician. An elderly woman approaches them and gives them roses, which they also offer in tribute to the musician. Meanwhile, Anna tells Charlotte many interesting stories about Takt and Destiny, sharing beautiful memories. Anna notices how much the two have changed since working together, especially Destiny, who has become more mature and now helps people around her. Anna feels Destiny is very similar to her own sister, Cosette. By evening, Takt and Destiny are still strolling through the park. Takt takes her to a place where concerts were once held, often ending with fireworks displays. Destiny does not know what fireworks are, so Takt explains them to her. He also admits that he has never seen fireworks himself, only a band performing. Destiny asks him to perform a concert for her someday, and he promises. On their way back home, Destiny hears the sound of Hell's tuning fork coming from underground, which she and Takt suspect is being used to attract D2S. Once home, Takt is contacted by Lenny, who instructs him to evacuate New York with Destiny and the others, suspecting that someone is using powers similar to Schindler's to draw in D2S. As Lenny says goodbye, Takt senses that something is being hidden and demands to know the real situation. Lenny then agrees to reveal the truth to Takt about Symphonica's intentions and the Boston incident that led to Kenji's death 10 years earlier. Lenny once had a dream after first seeing Kenji's performance, which deeply inspired him to become someone like Kenji. When he wakes up, he prepares breakfast, and both he and Titan leave to meet Takt and Destiny. After saying goodbye to Anna, Takt and Destiny also depart. Takt and Destiny meet up with Lenny and Titan, and Takt wants to know the full truth, but before Lenny can explain, the Chief Commander Sagan appears. The situation suddenly becomes tense. Lenny reveals that Sagan is behind everything that has happened and that he confirmed this after interrogating Schindler. Sagan then orders Heaven and Hell to attack them. Lenny tells Takt that they need to stop Sagan and put an end to everything. Destiny fights Hell, while Heaven battles Titan. Sagan reveals that during the Boston tragedy, Lenny was also present, which is why he later chose to become a conductor to atone for his mistake. Lenny admits that he was Kenji's apprentice and friend. Kenji agreed to take him in as a disciple after Lenny promised to teach him cooking. Lenny learned from Kenji and performed alongside him. On the day of the accident, Lenny felt deeply uneasy because D2S had been appearing more frequently, and they were about to hold a concert in the city. He sensed danger, but Kenji refused to cancel, fully aware of the risks. Kenji believed that in times like those, music was the only thing he could offer to convey even a small glimmer of hope to the people. When the tragedy occurred, Lenny later saw young Takt crying while Kenji lay buried under rubble. He woke up in the hospital afterward and was recruited by Sagan, who judged that Lenny met the physical requirements to become a conductor. Later, Lenny met Titan as his partner, who promised to smile for him. They fought many battles together for Symphonica, but eventually left the organization after growing suspicious of Sagan's motives. Back in the present, Titan is injured, and Destiny steps in to protect her, but their efforts do not seem effective as the enemy launches even stronger attacks, causing both Destiny and Takt to collapse. Hell strikes Destiny away and nearly finishes Titan, but Titan intervenes. Heaven then targets Takt, aiming her weapon at the defenseless him, but Lenny shields Takt with his own body. Mortally wounded, Lenny decides to unleash Titan's full power. Titan's appearance changes, and she begins overpowering both Heaven and Hell. However, due to his injuries, Lenny cannot last long and uses all his remaining strength to launch a final attack, severely injuring Heaven and forcing Sagan to retreat. Lenny collapses on the ground and confesses to Takt that he had always wanted to apologize for being unable to save Kenji, and that he became a conductor to make up for that failure. Takt promises to include his experiences with Lenny as part of his music composition. As Lenny dies, he sees a vision of himself playing the cello alongside Takt's piano, while a proud Kenji watches them from the audience. Following their fight with Sagan and his musicarts, Charlotte proposes placing Takt and Destiny into a cryogenic state, while she searches for a cure for their condition. She states that she will do everything she can, even if it takes decades, but reveals that they have very little time left, especially if their condition continues to worsen, estimating that Takt may only live for another month. Deeply worried, Anna insists that she will also help. Meanwhile, Sagan impales his hand onto a black night siderite crystal at the center of the Symphonica building, triggering the eruption of massive crystals across New York, each containing pods of D2S. The next day, Takt wakes up to find that the invasion marks have spread across half of the right side of his face. He then sees news reports showing that D2S are appearing all over the city. Destiny and Titan return and reveal that Anna never came back after heading to Charlotte's location, which immediately raises concern. Musicarts from all over attempt to suppress the D2 outbreak, plunging the city into widespread chaos. Inside Symphonica headquarters, Anna and Charlotte become trapped as every exit is sealed off by crystal growths, leaving their only hope a rescue team arriving in time. Driven by determination yet still grieving over Lenny's death, Titan leads Takt and Destiny into Symphonica to rescue the Schneider sisters. Along the way, Titan reviews combat tactics with them. Although Titan intends to confront Sagan alone, Takt and Destiny insist on accompanying her after rescuing Anna and Charlotte. Inside the building, they face an overwhelming number of D2S that continue emerging relentlessly. Although they manage to destroy many, Takt grows increasingly weaker and eventually collapses. Meanwhile, Anna carries Charlotte on her back in search of an exit but is spotted by a D2. Determined to save Charlotte, Anna draws the monster's attention to herself. As the D2 is about to attack, Valkyrie appears and saves her, killing the monster. Takt later regains consciousness and resolves to continue fighting. As Valkyrie escorts Anna and Charlotte, a massive D2 appears. At the same time, Takt's group arrives, and with the combined efforts of Titan and Valkyrie, they defeat the powerful enemy. When Valkyrie begins questioning Takt, Titan knocks her unconscious. Takt then orders Titan to take Valkyrie, Anna, and Charlotte to safety, having already resolved with Destiny that they will continue fighting to restore music despite fully understanding their dire situation. Anna desperately urges Takt to return so Charlotte can find a solution, and they can all live together peacefully for whatever time remains. Overwhelmed with fear for his safety, Anna impulsively kisses Takt, unsure herself why she acted that way. She then instructs Destiny to bring Takt back safely, and Destiny agrees. Takt and Destiny set off to search for Sagan. They are soon confronted by Hel, who is carrying the wounded Heaven. Hel fires a sound ray from her tuning fork at them, dissolving both Takt and Destiny, only for them to re-emerge fused together as a single musicart known as Orpheus. Orpheus easily defends against Destiny's attacks, instantly regenerating from any damage she manages to inflict. It becomes clear that they must strike faster or deal overwhelming damage to overcome Orpheus's regeneration. Destiny charges forward to close the distance but fails to break Orpheus's defense and is caught by her chains. She manages to escape once more and distracts Orpheus by firing multiple shots. While Orpheus focuses on healing, Destiny hides, and Takt suddenly rushes in and kicks Orpheus in the face, giving Destiny the opening she needs to unleash her final attack, which inflicts severe damage on Orpheus. As Orpheus's body begins regenerating again, Destiny decides to stay behind to finish the battle, while Takt presses forward alone to confront Sagan. A flashback reveals a time when D2S relentlessly attacked cities, and defense forces were on the verge of abandoning them. At that moment, Sagan arrived alongside Heaven and Hell, eliminating the D2S and restoring hope to the soldiers. He went on to fight many battles, making countless sacrifices during the war against the D2S. After one such battle, he discovered a mysterious crystal, and upon touching it, his beliefs and resolve began to change. In the present, Takt finds Sagan impaled within a black night siderite crystal deep inside the facility. Meanwhile, Destiny's battle is not yet over, as Orpheus remains determined to fight to the end for Sagan's ideals. Orpheus insists that everything she has done is to save the world, even if it is unclear whether her actions are truly salvation or destruction. As the battle escalates, Orpheus draws directly from Takt's life force, severely worsening his condition, and half of his hair turns white. Sagan declares that he intends to seal all the D2S away along with himself to save the world, even if it means destroying the continent, calling it a symphony of joy and despair. Takt firmly rejects this plan, stating that music should be a source of hope and happiness, not extreme sacrifice and annihilation. Outside, Orpheus delivers a final devastating attack to Destiny. Remembering Sagan's desperate state, Destiny refuses to fall. She rises, knocks the sword from Orpheus's hand, and abandons her powers as the two engage in hand-to-hand combat. Destiny ultimately finishes Orpheus with a single decisive shot, causing her to vanish completely. After defeating Orpheus, Destiny reunites with Takt. Sagan, realizing the error of his convictions, accepts his fate and praises Takt's passion. Using Destiny's weapon, Takt kills Sagan, destroying him along with the Black Knight siderite crystals and halting the D2 outbreak in New York. Exhausted, Takt and Destiny lie together as Takt softly hums the melody he had been composing, and Destiny listens happily. As Takt dies, Destiny confesses her love for him and sacrifices herself to revive him. Her essence condenses into a pendant that rests within Takt's now restored arm. Later, Charlotte finds Takt unconscious and takes him away to recover, finding no trace of Destiny except for the small pendant on his hand. Sometime later, as Christmas approaches, Anna joins Symphonica, which is being rebuilt along with the city, while Takt continues to recover. Titan also assists in the reconstruction. Although D2 attacks persist in certain areas, musicarts continue to hold them back. Anna now wears Destiny's pendant, carrying forward the wishes of Cosette, Takt, and Destiny for a world where music can be freely created and played, as she patiently waits for Takt to awaken. In the end, it is revealed that Destiny's pendant grants Anna the ability to transform into a musicart, or possibly into Destiny herself.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. If you have any suggestions or questions, feel free to leave a comment below. Until next time, take care.